Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Tonight, we're going to be talking about how to directly support cancer patients on their journey through treatment, through the recovery process, just on their journey in general. And I'm going to be sharing with you 7 ways. These are not the only ways, but I want to share with you 7 ways that you can help cancer patients on their journey. So I'll wait a few seconds to give folks a chance to join. I'm going to share this out as well. And thank you for hopping on here with me tonight. Thank you for hopping on and being a part of the live. Make sure that you also comment back. If there's a way that you have helped a cancer patient in some type of way, please share it in the comments so that our audience can see it, and it will also help them to generate ideas and ways that they can help as well. So that is what we'll be discussing tonight. 7 ways to directly support cancer patients on their journey and throughout their journey, the patients as well as their families. And I'm Latoya Cooper. I am an author, speaker, and a coach. And I'm an author, speaker, and a coach. And I wrote the book Surrender to Healing: Conquering Breast Cancer with Faith, Gratitude, and Confidence. So I'm excited to share with you what I know and some of the things that helped me throughout my journey. But these are definitely ways that you can help out. And I wanted to share this information because this month, on Breast Cancer Awareness Month, this has been one of the biggest questions that I have been asked throughout the month, at speaking engagements, as well as just, from the general public, people who send me messages and say, hey, what are some ways I can support someone going through the cancer journey? So I'm going to share with you 7 ways to support. And as I mentioned, please share in the comments as well ways that you have supported cancer patients and their families. So, one of the things that I'll share is, before you offer support, it's always good to ask. Ask and make sure it's okay. And the other thing I'll also share with you is, sometimes as the patient is going through the journey, or as a survivor, I'm going to switch over and say cancer survivor. I'm not going to use patient. Cancer survivor is going through the journey. They may not always know what support is needed or how best to help them. And that is because their emotions may be all over the place. They could just be dealing with so many things. They could have gone to an appointment and a treatment, and just news from that could just, have so many thoughts. So I want to share with you just 7 ways to help out. And if you think of any other ways, please share them in the comments. And I also wrote in my book, Surrender to Healing, I have a chapter that dedicates or talks about ways you can also help cancer survivors and their families as they're going through the journey. Because one of the biggest things is that having a very supportive and strong support system is extremely helpful, and it will make a huge difference in the journey. So, hi, Major Flair. Thank you for joining me tonight. We're talking about the 7 ways to support cancer survivors in their families as they're going through the journey. So, one of the first ways is cooking dinner or providing meals for them. And you can do this through meal prep. If you do meal prep, make sure it's a meal that they can put in the refrigerator to preserve it, and they can pull it out later. Something that's going to be easily accessible for the patient and or their family. And when it comes to cooking, also be mindful of the ingredients that you use. That's why I say it's always good to check in with the individual who's going through the cancer treatment, or their advocate, their caretaker, just to make sure what you're providing is something that they can eat, something that's going to be useful. One of the things that is really helpful is foods that are easy to digest. That could be in the form of soups or broths. Those are 2 things. Soups or broths, and also things that have high nutrients in different fruits. One of the fruits that is often avoided is oranges, because of the citrus in it. So always check in with the cancer survivor and their family, just to make sure whatever meal that you're preparing for them is something that that the person that has cancer can actually eat and enjoy it as well. And the other thing is the taste buds will constantly change due to the chemo treatment and or the radiation. So that's the other thing. Being mindful of if you're using spice levels, to cut down on the spice levels or not to use spices at all. So number one way to help is to provide foods, to cook dinner, provide meals or meal prep items. The second way to help is to offer to drive to appointments. When you're going through treatment, you are going to have, there are going to be a number of appointments. Like I think I went to over 100 appointments. It was a lot of appointments in between meeting with your oncologist, getting blood work done, having imaging done, going in for treatment, for checkups. There are going to be plenty of options available to drive the patient to the appointment. So that's another way that you can help. And then in terms of treatment, the cancer survivor will need a driver back home, because when you go to treatment, you have to have someone to drive you back home because of how strong the treatment is. So that's the second way. The third way is to help with cleaning and doing laundry. You want to keep the area in the home very clean for the person who is going through treatment, because as you're going through treatment, the immune system is compromised. So they want to keep a clean space, keep everything as clean as possible, and also just helping out with laundry. That is extremely helpful as well. The fourth way is to run errands or to do shopping for them. You may say, hey, I'm unable to cook for you, but I can run some errands. Do you need me to go take care of some things? I can go do your shopping for you, pick up items that you need, things that will help them to just, take the load off of them so they can spend time resting. So that's the fourth way. The fifth way, and is probably one of my favorites, is to sit with the cancer patient, but also sit with them in quiet time. Allow them to, choose the conversations that you talk about. Give them a chance to just have that positive reinforcement, that positive energy around them. And sometimes it just involves just being with them in quiet. Sometimes you want to give your laughs, throw some funny movies on and stuff like that, but also quiet time is important. So just sitting with that person who has gone through treatment or is currently going through treatment. That's the fifth way. The sixth way is to check in with the advocate or the caretaker, especially someone who is in the home with them all the time. Check in with them and make sure they're taking care of their health first. Because when you're assisting someone who is dealing with an illness or a sickness, the caretaker and the advocate oftentimes neglect their own health. So check in with them, make sure they're taking care of their health, offer to step in for them, if they need to run errands or just have some me time for themselves. That's another way. And then the seventh way is, if there's children in the family, offer to take them out and spend some time with them. Give them a chance to just get out of the house, to continue to be, a child, continue to grow and things like that. So okay, I think I'm back. Okay, because one of the biggest things is the goal is to try to keep a normal, some type of normalcy amidst all of the other things that's going on. So you just want to try to work some type of normalcy in there and help out as best as you can. But those are 7 ways that you can help out. There are plenty of other ways that you can help out as well. I just thought that these were some of the top ways that I could come up with, and just not come up with, but some of the top ways I could share with you. So number 1 is cooking dinner, ordering meals, or doing meal prep. Number 2 is offering to drive them to an appointment. The third way is helping to clean or doing laundry. Fourth way is running errands and shopping for them or helping them to shop. The fifth way is just to come and sit with them. Just be that positive reinforcement that they need for that moment. Sixth way is check in with the advocate or the caregiver, just to make sure that they are checking up on their own health. And the seventh way is helping out with the other family members, such as the children, just to make sure they're still having a great time and doing things that they love to do and enjoy as well. And then as I share with you, a solid support system is extremely helpful. And I actually want to share with you just a snippet from my book, Surrender to Healing, that I actually talk about how important having a support system is. So, additionally, having a solid support system is helpful. My support system was excellent. I'm forever grateful to each of them. I received phone calls and text messages from family, friends, and coworkers who who are my family slash friends, letting me know I was on their mind or they were praying for me. Their precious messages and notes arrived when I needed them the most. I had transportation to my appointments and caregivers who stepped in and helped when my husband was away on travel. The world doesn't stop when you're being treated for cancer. Life continues. While everything else is moving forward, it's like you're in another space, trying to get back to a place of familiarity because you are no longer the same. So, I wanted to share this with you because this just shows how important a solid support system is. And it was also a key for me in my journey as well, going through breast cancer. And I'm telling you right now, receiving those text messages, they made a huge difference because it was true. I truly believe that God aligned those text messages to come when they did, because I would receive random text messages from family, friends, my coworkers. It would be at all times of day or night, and it was at the time that I needed those messages where I was just feeling down or I was just having a bad day or things was just it just yeah, I was just not feeling good at all. So those text messages came at the right time. And the thing about it is that sometimes we may not realize how important a simple text message is. If they had called, I don't know if I would have taken a call at the time because, like I said, if I wasn't in a good space to talk, I don't know if I would have taken a call. But receiving that message helped boost my spirits. So that's the other thing. Even if, you're like, okay, I can't do these other things to help support, send those text messages, send those notes of appreciation to let them know I'm thinking about you. You're on my mind. You're in my prayers. You're in my thoughts. I love you. I'm here for you. And even if you can't be there physically, a text message will work. It will work virtually. It will work and it will help just lift the spirits of that person. And then the other thing is having transportation, reliable transportation to appointments. That made a big difference as well. Because the last thing you want to do is wonder, will you have a ride to your appointment? Will you have a ride back to your appointment? And also, depending on the cancer center that the survivor is at, the cancer center will arrange for transportation. So just check in with them and let them know, hey, I don't have a ride today. Is there a way you can work out transportation for me? Because there are options out there available for you, as well as working with a nonprofit organization in your area. They can help arrange for transportation and arrangements with that. So I'm just going to check the comments because, like I mentioned, I want you to share some of the ways that you have helped um, cancer survivors go through their treatment journey. And also, if you are a survivor watching, share some of the things that people have done for you while you were going through treatment that helped you and made a difference in your life and in your treatment. So I'm just checking the comments real quick. So, okay, so quiet time is wonderful. Yes. People don't understand, Major Flair, how important quiet time is. We're so used to it being on the go and things are always in motion and things are moving forward that we don't realize how important quiet time is. And it can make a difference in just resetting your mind and your thoughts. So thank you for pointing that out. And then how can someone show support if they are not in the same state? So that's a great question. And one of the ways is through text messages. Another way is to send gifts, small gifts. That was one of the things I could definitely say my family and friends did because they did not all live in the same state that I lived in. And also I was diagnosed during COVID. So just sending gifts, sending those care packages is what I'll call them. That is very helpful. And then when it comes to the care packages, be mindful of what you send. Some of the things I would not recommend sending And again, it's based on the person going through the treatment because everyone has different side effects and different symptoms. But if you can avoid sending plants, sometimes the smell from the plants can just cause a different side effect or reaction with the chemo treatment that's going on. So avoid sending plants. Also, any items that have a scent, a strong scent or any type of scent. So if you're going to send something, make sure it's unscented. And matter of fact, I have a list. I have a list of a few items I did write down on items that you can send. So I'm grateful that you did ask that question. So some of the items could be like the comfy socks. Right now we're transitioning into the winter season, fall or winter. So comfy socks, at any time, PJs or a robe, comfy sheets, just to have some extra sheets on hand. I will share this. As I was going through treatment, I sweat a lot. It was like I would wake up and the sheets were just drenched in water. And I just needed to change the sheets quickly. We needed to change the sheets. Didn't have time to go wash them, go look for anything else. We had sheets readily available to just switch out. So just the extra set of sheets that would be good as well. And then hats and scarves. So losing your hair sometimes is one of the side effects depending on the type of chemo treatment you have. For me, I did lose all of my hair. So when you're going through treatment, especially during the wintertime, it's nice to have a hat on your bald head or your bald scalp. So hats, scarves are also very helpful. And it could be fun hats and scarves or even designer ones, something that's going to go with the style as well. So, but whoever the person is, you'll know how to fit them best in terms of what you get for them. Another thing is ginger chews. That helps with nausea. So if the person is experiencing a lot of nausea, the ginger chews will come in handy really well. And then inspirational blankets. That's another big thing. The ones where it have, you're amazing, peace, I wish you well. Those inspirational blankets, which I believe you can get off of Amazon, those are another nice handy gift as well to go in your care package. So those are just a few items that I did write down as well. A coffee mug or a tea mug, something that is easy for the patient to handle. And I keep saying patient. I don't the survivor to handle, because if they're experiencing any type of numbness in their fingers, you want them to be able to easily pick up whatever it is that they're drinking or they're using with attempt whatever they're drinking or using to drink out of. Because the other thing is you want to make sure they stay hydrated. So a water bottle may be something that is also another gift you could slide into the care package, but you want to make sure the water bottle is something they could just pull the top off versus a twist top. Because again, if you're experiencing numbness in your fingers, the twist top is not going to work. So those are just some of the ideas that I can think of off top of my head as well. So back to having a solid support system is important. And just be mindful, just be there when support is needed and when you can. Don't forget to ask, hey, do you need support or what can I offer? If they say no, there are ways you can still help out, but also don't overstep. That's the other thing. So I wanted to just share these ideas with you to just help you out, to help provide, whether you want to provide a care package or you're wondering ways, how can I help someone who's on this journey? What ways can I be there for them? Whether you want to be there for them in the physical or just sending your love through time and space. So those are the ways that you can help out. And if you're catching this on a replay, I definitely would love to see your comments and your thoughts as well. And because I want to know how else have you helped out other patients, helped out other cancer survivors, as well as if you are a survivor, how has someone helped you as well? So thank you so much for listening. Okay, thank you. I love this topic. And I will be back with more topics as well throughout the week. And before I log off, I just want to share that my book tour, my kickoff to my book tour is this Saturday, October the 21st, is at the Sister Shop at the Mills at Jersey Gardens in Elizabeth, New Jersey. I would love to see you all come out. It's from 12 to 2, and we will be talking about my book, Surrender to Healing, Conquering Breast Cancer with Faith, Gratitude, and Confidence. We're going to talk about the book, and we're just going to talk about some good things in life in general. So you can come on out, join in the conversation, and also just be a part of the crowd. Like, I'm excited to have this book tour. I'm excited to kick it off. But most importantly, I'm excited to be here to be able to share my story with you all and to just share how I went through the journey being diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 37 with no family history at the height of the COVID pandemic. It was an interesting journey. There were times where it was extremely challenging, but by the grace of God, I'm here on the other side, helping other women and just helping other families to get through the journey as well. So I appreciate you all, and I hope to see you all out on Saturday. And you can catch me here live again. And you can also catch the replay where I've shared other information about the book, as well as how ways you can help cancer survivors on their journey as well. Well, thank you so much, Mojave Angel Baby. I hope I'm not messing up your name. So Mojave Angel Baby, thank you so much. And Major Flair, thank you so much for tuning into the live. And I can't wait to hear your feedback on my book as well. I would definitely love to hear your feedback. So thank you all so much. And I appreciate you all. If you're watching on live, make sure you drop those comments. And I will talk with you all again soon. Have a great day.